Episode 11. Between a rock and a bald spot.
Episode 11. Wow, we made it past 10. We are officially well into the double digits.
How many episodes past 10 have we made it, though?
I don't know. I wasn't counting.
Okay.
At least 4, though.
At least 4.
At least
true.
4, yeah. You know what they say? 4 episodes
That is...
for... actually, then that didn't work. Never mind.
Yeah, he tried. He tried, guys. That's the important part.
Whips, cut that part out in post.
Whips, double that up and put it at the front and the back.
Okay, perfect. I'm Whips, by the way.
True. So, Rock, did you get a Nintendo Switch too?
I didn't.
That's unfortunate.
Did you imagine I just hold it up? Just like...
Now, imagine you hold up 3 of them.
I don't have 3. I only have 1. I only got 1. Oh, I know. What a shame. I could have got more, I suppose. I didn't attempt to get more, though, because that shit's expensive and not really that great.
Smell like broken here.
Okay,
I don't know.
Did you get?
I've been playing... just one. I've been playing... well, the only game, really, that came out for it. Like, not really, but... Mario Kart World. I got the bundle. And it's... So...
Dude, I'm
it's
like
hit or miss.
really orange. It's kind of crazy.
Agent Orange.
I know.
It's real hit or miss. So like, it's in 60 FPS. Like that's cool. It's crispy. I'm playing it on my 4K TV, and this does support HDR, so like the colors are popping. But so it took us 2 days. We completed all the tracks, and unlocked like a bonus fucking cup, which I won't spoil it.
A hidden track.
No one knows.
Oh,
But it's cool though. I mean, I'm liking it. The free roam is kind of mid. I could see to where like little kids would enjoy that. Like I bet your kids will be all over doing the free roam.
Yeah. Aaron was enjoying it, I think. I haven't put their accounts on the Switch yet, so they've been playing my account. And I think they're both a little discouraged from making any progress because they want to make progress on their own like save. Which
that is
makes sense,
honestly fair. Yeah, that's fair. So something kind of insane, and this isn't solidified, confirmed, set in stone yet, but a YouTuber that goes by the name Nintendo Prime stated that he heard from 3 different sources that the Switch 2 racked up more than 3 million unit sales in its first 24 hours on the market.
Wow.
Which, to put that into perspective, the PS4 previously held the record with just a little over 1 million in the first 24 hours. That's crazy.
Well, I went to a midnight release, right? And there was a line. So we got there, it would start at 10 because of where I live, so it's a rolling midnight. And it was started at 10, doors open at 10. We got there at like 10:30, and the line was around the building basically, right? Which I knew it was going to be. My children were like, "Oh, dude, is it going to be busy?" And I was like, "It's either going to be absolutely dead, and then we're going to miss it because they're already closed, because the 3 people who showed up already showed up and left, or it's going to be off the walls, packed." And they're like, "Oh no!" And so we get there. And my daughter was like, "Oh, well, I don't want to stand in line because I'm wearing flip-flops. And I just don't want to stand in line in flip-flops for an hour and a half," which is understandable. She was also tired because it was 10, but it's going to be their first midnight release of anything. So I thought it'd be cool to take them, but she really didn't want to, and I couldn't convince her. So I was like, I'm not going to force her to do that because like I don't want it to be a bad experience. I want it to be fun, you know?
Yeah, no, you made the right call, though it does suck. Do you think for the next one you'll just let her stay at home or something, and you'll take
I had considered making my mom come over that day so she could watch them, just in case that happened. That Aaron and I could have taken her back, and then we could have gone back because it was they're open for 2 hours. But the thing is we went the next morning. We walked into the store just at it's like they open at 10. We walked in at 10:30 again, 12 hours later. And there was one guy in line at customer service, and I walked up after he was done. And
And you robbed him.
Yes, I held him at gunpoint and stole his Switch. No, I was like, hey, I'm here to pick up a Switch too. Here's my order or whatever. He's like, do you have your barcode? And I was like, yeah. And I pull it up on my phone, I show it, he scans it, and he walks in the back, grabs mine, which I guess is labeled somewhere because it had my name on it, and he walks out and he hands it to me. And they had probably like 200 consoles on the shelf still. And I should have asked him, but I didn't ask if those were reserved or if that was just the inventory they had on hand. But when we were walking out, another guy walked out behind us who was picking up a third Pro controller, by the way.
Bro, what?
Yeah, well, so he
For
was
what
like,
game?
I don't know. I guess he's got kids or something, but he was like, dude, I should have come. He's like, I was at the midnight release last night, and I was like, oh, we came by and we saw the line, and we were like, nah. He's like, I should have done that, because he's like, I stood here for an hour before it opened, and I was here until midnight, and they like, I got my Switch and my Pro controller, but like I wanted another, but it was just like so busy, and they like weren't doing whatever accessories. And so he's like, I had to come back this morning to get it. And he's like, I just watched you guys walk up and get yours while I was checking out. And like, you came in after me and you left before me. And I walked to the shelf, grabbed what I needed, and went and paid for it.
Yeah.
And he's like, so like, I should have just come today for my reservation. It was stupid to have gone to the midnight release. And I was like, well, at least you got a cool coin. Apparently the coins were super limited. They had Best Buy.
I didn't even know they were doing coins.
Yeah. Best Buy had challenge coins. Although they're kind of big.
But are challenge coins actually cool? Because Black Ops 1 came with a challenge coin. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, I don't know. One of them came with a challenge coin in their special edition, like a hardened edition.
But anyways, the point is, there were a ton of people at the midnight release. Like I didn't count them. And originally I said like 800, but I was like, that feels a little unrealistic. But like the doors were open and the line was still wrapped around the building. Like at the least it was 300 people, but it was probably more. It was probably more than 300 though. Like it was packed. And then, you know, the parking lot was like, the parking lot's pretty big. I've never seen that many people in the parking lot. It was a good day for Best Buy, honestly. Might have been their best day all year and for the next several years to come. So I believe it. If they actually sold numbers like that, I could believe it. But at the same time, if you told me it did terribly, I could believe that too. Because if that 200 consoles behind the counter was their on hand inventory, like it didn't sell that great then.
Well, but that just means they produced a lot.
It could, you know? It could mean that, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it could even just be that maybe more people would have bought PS4s or whatever if there was more stock available,
more on hand. Yeah. Because like think about like what you said for the midnight release. Like that there was people wrapped around. So I didn't go to the midnight release. I just got it pre-ordered as we talked about on Target. Did not get it release day.
Perfect.
It was originally supposed to come Wednesday the 7th. Wednesday the 7th, yeah. The 11th, I think. So I was supposed to be getting it this coming Wednesday.
Right.
Luckily it got delivered Saturday. So I missed release day by 2 days, which like wasn't a big deal at all because I got it to play whatever that Soulsborne game is.
Duskbloods.
That's coming out. Duskbloods. Thank you. I have forgotten the name and could not remember it. I got it to play Duskbloods I got it to play Duskbloods with you.
Yeah. With me.
And since I have it, I'm going to also do the Legend of Zelda games that I want to stream on the Switch 2 because if I have a Switch 2, why play the inferior version?
Right.
So I'm gonna buy like the upgrades or whatever. But like other than that, I really didn't care. So like I honestly, I don't know. We both really like the Soulsborne games. So it'll end up being worth it. Right now, I would say it's not worth it. And I even spent more money too. So not only did I get the console, but I just spent like another
130,
probably almost $300 getting fucking an extra set of Joy-Cons, an extra, what is the controller grip thing called? Like it's not actually a controller, but like you slip the Joy-Cons into it and it makes a controller.
On the Switch 1, it was called Joy-Con Grip. I don't know what it's called now. Might still be Joy-Con Grip.
It should be. I would assume it's the
Maybe
exact
it's the
same
Switch 2 Joy-Con Grip. Don't come after us. I'm
gripping. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh my god. Those of you who know,
there's 3 people that are gonna say that reference, and we're 2 of them. Holy shit. So extra set of Joy-Cons. I got the grippy, tempered glass screen protector.
I don't think you need that.
Some of the probably not. I'm worried because Brooke be dropping shit.
That's fair. I have kids though, and I didn't get one of those.
That's yeah.
Of course,
we didn't get one for the Switch 1, and it's been fine.
If it really breaks, I'll just replace the whole thing and sell mine as broken.
Yeah,
but
we got some of the like steering wheel fucking things for the Joy-Con.
Hell yeah.
And then I ordered a Joy-Con charger, which is not Nintendo brand. Oh, and then the most expensive thing of all, an extra fucking dock, which after tax was like $126, dude. It's so expensive. And you can only buy it from Nintendo's website, which you do get free shipping. After X amount of dollars, which 126 or 5, whatever the fuck it is past their shipping limit, thank God. Right. So I'm getting free shipping, but I got that literally just that way I don't have to fucking drag it between my stream room and the living room, because the thought of doing that was killing me on the inside, and I didn't know
it makes your tummy hurt.
It does. It makes my tummy fucking twist and turn and do wiggles.
Dude. Wiggles.
Yeah.
Got any wigglers?
Holy shit. So I definitely didn't need it, and I didn't know you could get it until like a month or 2 ago. So I was just thinking about having to drag it back and forth, and then I found out you can get a second dock, and I was like, oh well, that's a game changer. So I went ahead and got it.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I don't really have a need for the controller, I don't think. Like
sure?
the Pro controller. I mean, I've never used one, so maybe
if you're streaming and you have it docked, you might need it. I mean, you could also just use the Joy-Cons, but
yeah, like I could just have the Joy-Cons on the grip.
I don't know.
I will say it doesn't sound like the Joy-Cons for the Switch 2 last very long.
Uh-oh.
Or the maybe it's the Switch in general. I don't know. I've heard reports that shit dies super quick, like quicker than
battery life.
Yeah.
Oh,
evidently
quicker than the PS5 controller.
I don't know, but I think quicker than. So the OLED, I think, had a better battery life. I think the Switch 2 has worse battery life than the Switch 1, I think.
Uh-oh. That's
yeah.
not good.
No, but it makes sense. It's way more powerful.
Yeah, they could put a way more powerful battery in there.
Nintendo states the Switch 2's battery life lasts between 2 and 6.5 hours.
Oh my. That's a huge cut, actually. I think the Switch 1 is like 6 to 10 or something like that, 6 to 12.
Like 4.5 to 9, evidently, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that's crazy. This says the OLED has the same battery life. I thought they improved it though.
I don't know.
Confusing.
I mean,
but anyways, that's if you're in handheld mode. I'm gonna have it docked, so like that part's not an issue unless the Joy-Cons do die super quick. But I have a second set, so I don't think it's gonna end up being an issue. But that's crazy, dude. A fucking 2 hours. What?
I mean, maybe.
That is so crazy. This says battery life for the Joy-Con 2 is approximately 20 hours. So that's definitely plenty, especially with fucking 2 sets.
Is that active playtime? That also, that's better than the DualSense. I think the DualSense
by a long shot.
I think the DualSense controllers start off at about 6 hours battery life, and then the batteries degrade really fast. I will charge mine to full charge, and then I'll have them. I'll play for about an hour, and it'll tell me the batteries are low, and then it's at anyone's guess when they die. They could die in like 10 minutes up to like 2 hours. But I get
That's crazy.
I have to charge them about every 4 hours though, is the basically like the original launch controllers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking terrible at that. Not only that, but
you don't
like,
even play a lot of PS5 either, so that's terrible.
Well, yeah, and well, the kids do. But the other thing is the ports, they're USB-C where you charge them. Those are fucking not great. I actually had to throw my original DualSense away because it wouldn't even charge anymore because the soldering or something came off and the port was just like floating around inside the controller.
Oh yeah.
Which that's never been a problem on a PlayStation controller ever since like
I have vague memories, not of mine, but I have vague memories of the charger port for the PS3 controller
the
being
DualShock
funky.
3.
Yeah, the PS4 controller though, I do remember
You could
not
break
having an issue.
you could break the DualShock 3, but I never broke one. But I do know you could. But like,
yeah,
the DualSense breaks real easy. Like just from plugging it in, you'll break it eventually, and you have to charge them all the time because they just need to be charged.
Did you get any accessories for your Switch too?
No. Nope.
Damn.
Nope. Bare bones as
Like
fuck.
nothing.
Nothing. I don't. What would I get? A case or something?
Extra Joy-Cons or whatever.
At the end of the day, the console launched. I mean, extra Joy-Cons would be nice because children, and then all three of us.
But they're
could play.
$100 though, so fucking beware.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is does the original Pro controller work with it or no? Because it doesn't have the communications button.
I'm assuming probably not, but I don't know.
The other thing is that when you really look at the console, it essentially launched with one game and a tech demo.
A tech demo that you have to buy, by the way.
Yeah, a tech demo that costs $10.
Accessories to complete.
Well, so when they first announced the tech demo, when they first announced the tech demo, I think they were charging full price for it. I think it was a $80 tech demo. Yeah, I think it was $80. Yeah,
that's insane.
When they first announced it before the Switch dropped, they were like, "Yo, $80," and everyone was like, "No, huh? Hello, are you stupid?" So I was pleasantly surprised. That might have just been a rumor, also, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that it was only $10. It still probably should be free. Astro's Playroom was free on PlayStation. Yeah. I don't know. The other thing that was kind of weird is I've seen several reports saying that handheld mode you can hit 120 FPS, but when you dock it, not every game hits 120 FPS. And actually, the tech demo.
Some do.
Yeah, the tech demo of all things does hit 120 FPS, but Mario Kart World does not. It maxes at 60 on televisions.
Was Mario Kart 8 lower than 60?
I don't know, dude. I don't think so. I think it must have been 60. It may have been 30, or it might have been something weird like 48.
Well, I'm curious as to why Mario Kart World looks so much crispier. Like, is it just the graphics?
Probably. Well, so the other thing is Mario Kart World hits 120 in handheld.
Yeah.
The other thing I should say is Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U originally.
That's true.
So it's not even a Switch game. It's a Wii U game.
Okay, so evidently it is always 60 FPS. Okay. So it must just be the graphics, I guess. I don't know. But it looks and it plays more crispy too. Like one of the biggest things I liked about World was like when you get hit by the fucking blue shell, instead of like exploding and like coming to like I mean you do still kind of come to a full stop, but like when you get hit, maybe not the blue shell because of the explosion, but like a red shell, it'll hit you and you like get knocked over, but I think you keep your momentum. And that looks really crispy.
I don't think you do, but speaking of that though,
something happens where like your cart flips over on its side and you're still moving. So maybe it's not the red shells. Maybe it's like if someone bumps into you or something. I don't know.
I was playing my third race, right? I was doing the first cup. It's like Mushroom Cup, I think. And you play the first race, and then you play the second race. And my daughter and I were switching off, so I played the first race, and then I let her play the second race. And then I was playing the third race, and I actually used their save a clip function because I was coming up on the finish line, and I got hit by a green shell, a red shell, a red shell, a blue shell, a red shell, a red shell, and then a green shell.
Holy shit.
I got hit like 7 or 8 times in a row, and I still won, but I barely won. But I don't even know how I got hit that many times. Like, it was actually insane. I mean, so when you think about it, there's the old previous max number of racers was 16, I think, and now I believe it's
24.
Yeah, it's 20. It's a lot. Yeah,
it is a lot.
So and that means there's 23 other racers who are going to be throwing blue shells at you while you're in first place.
Mario Kart 8 was 12.
It was 12. Okay.
Yeah, I went from 12 to fucking 24. They doubled it.
Perfect.
Yeah, we noticed that too. I was like, oh shit, this is a lot more people. So I didn't even think about making the fucking clip. I should have. So kind of similar. So I was playing on one of the races, and I got hit by I think a blue shell. And as soon as I get back up, and I was in first, as soon as I get back up and start going, someone runs into me. And so at least in this one, if someone hits you and they have more speed than you have, it's gonna knock you over. So one by one, I go from first to fucking 12th place because I got hit, and then people kept running into me, and so I kept getting knocked down, and I literally could not move, and so I was like in the middle, and so everyone was just fucking hitting me. It was so stupid, and I still fucking finished first as well. But dude, I was so fucking mad at first. I'm like, brother, will y'all please just let me fucking go, please?
No,
fuck no.
You know, I'll upload my clip, and well, we probably won't link it on the podcast, but it'll be on my YouTube and my TikTok.
Yeah, over at Facebook Gaming Daniel.
So I think the link to that stuff should be somewhere down there, right?
Down below.
Yeah. I mean, at least to my socials.
Oh, to your Twitch. I should start linking your YouTube. That's a good idea. Shout out subscribers.
It just links to my Twitch?
Yeah.
I need to make like all my links or something. What's that other one people use?
Linktree.
Yeah,
Linktree's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different ones, but Linktree's pretty cool. It's super easy. You should. And I can just put both of our Linktrees.
Yeah.
That makes infinitely more sense, probably. Summer Game Fest recap. I want to go over the games I'm hyped for, which once I actually went down the list, and so is the Xbox Showcase technically part of the Summer Game Fest or no?
No, and neither is the PlayStation thing. But okay, maybe we should umbrella them into it, because we were just talking about the new game announcements, right? So
yeah,
I mean,
I accidentally umbrellaed them, so I say let's do that.
All right.
So it was actually more games than I thought it was going to be, because I thought it was like 2, and it's actually fucking 7, I think 8. I don't know.
All right. Well, are we going to go in order, or we're just going to say whatever?
Fuck no. I was just going to list the games that I was excited for. And then,
okay.
If you want to list yours, you can.
All right.
So Resident Evil Requiem, that's definitely like at the top of my list. Everything else is just kind of like footnotes. Like I'll probably check them out maybe. Resident Evil Requiem, definitely going to purchase it. Maybe even get it as a birthday present, because, you know, your boy's birthday is coming up right around the corner.
Yeah.
It literally drops the day before.
I know. I was going to say, this might be the only time you've ever said that and been right.
True. Never been more right.
Exactly.
So that's definitely at the top of my list. Atomic Heart 2. Atomic Heart 1 looked cool. I never played it.
I never played it either, but it did look cool.
I would like to play it. So I'd gotten that and Atom Fall mixed up, which like
Makes sense.
obviously Atomic Heart,
yeah,
Atom Fall.
I had done
Dude, when
that
they
too.
announced it, I was like, brother, didn't that game just come out and they're already making a sequel?
I also thought that, and then I looked it up and I was like 2023, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, those are different games.
Yeah, I did the same fucking shit. That's so funny because we didn't talk about this beforehand. So
Right,
that is so funny.
you're at work or some shit.
True, I'm always
doing.
I'm at work right now, actually.
True. I mean, this is work. The hardest job known to man.
So ill, I'm like intrigued by. It looks really weird. It's very fucking body horror, grotesque creature shit. I like spooky games though, so I might. I don't know. I'll look into it. End of Abyss sounds cool. You have to be excited for Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver. That is the craziest plot twist in history.
I mean, I'm not excited. Whose name was attached to that? Was it Ghostface? No, it wasn't. Who was it?
Yeah,
or was it Ghostface?
Oh, yeah, maybe. I think so.
What even was Ill? Ill was the one with like wasn't there like a spider zombie thing in that?
Something similar.
Hold on, aren't you excited for the Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny?
No.
Are you
Why the
sure?
fuck would I be? I'm positive.
It doesn't say, but it's a Brass Lion Entertainment, Wu-Tang and the Rise of the Deceiver. But I mean, it's kind of cool, dude. Logic is through the roof, I guess.
True. Shout out Wu-Tang forever.
Yeah.
So that sounds cool. I mean, it's a fucking like RPG game, single player. Oh, it's co-op though. Yeah, we should get that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was co-op till literally just now.
Dude, they were showing all like the faces, like, because it's the video starts and it's like showing all their faces on like the graffitied wall or whatever. I was like, what the fuck is that, Wu-Tang? And then it showed some of the members that I recognized, and I was like, it is fucking Wu-Tang.
Oh shit, it's Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that's such a fucking. I never would have guessed that,
dude.
Especially in 2025.
Yeah. What about Felt That boxing?
So I didn't watch that clip. I don't fucking like Felt, so hard pass.
It doesn't have much to do with Felt. It has more. I mean, do you like Sesame Street?
No, have you ever wanted
have you ever wanted to watch the Sesame Street kids fight each other and beat each other up? Because then that game might be for you. Dude, Jeff Keighley was like, "Oh, I love my puppets," and we were like, "What the fuck, Jeff?" But like, he always has like Muppets or whatever. It's those two old guys. I don't remember what their names. Yep. He is the Muppet. He's got a hand up his ass, controlling him, moving around.
Pretty realistic looking Muppet.
Anyways, he always has. I don't remember who they are, but
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember them like at the VGAs or whatever.
Yeah.
So
is that it though?
No, I have two more.
Oh, okay.
Mudang, Two Hearts. It's literally like Korean Splinter Cell.
Was that part of the Xbox thing? Because I don't remember seeing that.
Maybe. It might have been. I don't quite recall. But that game looks pretty cool.
Okay, so
I like Splinter Cell. I was really hoping we were gonna get the fucking remake announced at any point during Summer Game Fest, but we didn't. And then Invincible Versus, which I'm a little upset, and by a little I mean fucking infinitely upset. I don't know why they're not making that game be like prototype. You literally have the groundwork already built. Like, make a super strong, indestructible fucking character. Throw people through fucking buildings. Flight. Punch and shit. Dude, I don't know. It's a 3v3 fucking tag team Mortal Kombat game. And like, it works because they fight. But someone brought up a good point. They were like, how are you gonna fucking make a fighting game built like Mortal Kombat where most people couldn't even name 5 characters? And I was like, damn, that's kind of accurate.
Can you name 5 Mortal Kombat characters?
Fuck yeah, dude. Scorpion, the blue scorpion, the purple scorpion, lightning scorpion.
I can name it here. I think I actually can name maybe 3. We got Scorpion, Magneto, Red Riding Hood.
Yeah. Exactly.
Red Riding Hood is actually a character from a different fighting game. I don't remember what it's called though, but that fighting game was sick.
Never heard of him. But also, not to mention that, but like 80% of the characters in Invincible,
Darkstalkers was what that game was called,
are just the same person essentially.
Because they're all the same race of Superman type guy.
You have Invincible.
Okay.
And then there's like Omni-Man.
Of course. His fucking...
And then all the Viltrumites.
So...
And there's like fucking 30.
What about all those dudes? Spoilers, by the way. What about all those dudes that Omni-Man murders?
True.
That like superhero, they're like Justice League of that Earth or whatever.
Yeah, true. And I'm hoping they're in there for some fucking variety.
Yeah.
If not, dude, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be real bad.
Yeah, I wish the art style was a little bit better. I'm a little put off by the art style, but I don't know.
I mean,
I really wish it was.
So like cell shading makes sense,
yeah.
But like it looks like another cash grab. They make a lot of anime fighting games. Actually, they announced one today or whenever that was, the solo leveling one, which is like it's like the same thing. Like it's like an anime fighting game, and I don't know. I mean, I think it's a fighting game anyway because it's Bandai Namco, and it's
probably a FPS. Honestly,
he doesn't use a gun; he uses daggers, but maybe it is. It anime, blah 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 blah. It's getting
maybe they're pulling a Game of Thrones, and it's an RTS.
This says it's a 4-player co-op action game. It's Diablo or something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an RTS.
So that actually might be a little cooler than what they normally do, because like I'm thinking about like the One Punch Man game or like Jump Force.
There's a One Punch Man game?
Yeah,
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. There's Jump Force, there's like all the Dragon Ball Z games, there's Naruto games. Like these are all by the same Bandai Namco, like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Punch. There's a couple One Piece games that are like that. Not all of the One Piece games are like that, but a couple of them are. Like there's just like pick an anime that's popular. Like there's a Black Clover one.
There's a game for it.
Yeah, there's a game for it, and it's a fight. It's like a 2D fighter or like a 3D like fighter, like the Budokai games from Dragon Ball. And they're like all like it's just like copy and paste, but like different anime universes.
Yeah.
So I mean that's what the Invincible game looked like to me, honestly. So like if you have any of those, like, and you like those, like that's good for you, I guess. But if you don't like those, I don't know. Also, was the thing they announced, the Indiana Jones thing, was that a DLC?
It is a DLC for the game, yeah.
All right, I was like, that's no way they're making a sequel already. Did that game even do good? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it did excellent.
So for me, Resident Evil Requiem for sure was on. Like I haven't played Village, or is that 7 or that's 8? That's 8, right? I haven't played Village or 7. And I need to. Daniel and I were like kind of memeing, but maybe he was seriously meaning it, that we're gonna play Lego Voyagers.
He's definitely memeing.
No, he was like, yo, are we getting that? I was like, I guess, dude. And then they started doing some shit, and he's like, Joe, I'm in. And I was like, I mean, sure, dude. If you want to, like, I'll play it with you. I
didn't hear him say that, but I feel like that's got to be a meme.
Maybe, I don't know. The Onimusha game looked cool. I don't know if it's a game I would actually play though.
There was another Onimusha that was on like fucking PS2 or some shit, wasn't there? Or like PS1
well, one came out recently. Like that's like their 3rd or 4th title, I think.
Wow.
Neo 3 looked kind of cool also. There's a lot of like Japanese like samurai games coming out, because there's like Ghost of Yotai, Neo 3, Onimusha. What game looked kind of cool to me was Pragmata.
Oh, Pragmata did look kind of cool. I did forget about that. Whoops.
And then the Romeo was a Dead Man game, kind of also looked cool. But it also looked to me, ironically, they also announced it looked to me like High on Life, and then they announced High on Life 2 also.
Yeah.
So it was like a mix between like High on Life and like We Happy Few or something is what it looked like. I really like the Silent Hill franchise, so like I kind of am excited for that. But I don't know. Also, the Bloodstained game I thought looked cool. Which is a Metroidvania game, and it's actually a sequel or a threequel or something. I don't know. They had one that came out, and
probably a quadruple.
Yeah, maybe. I played it. I don't know if you even remember I played it, but like I played it, and when it first came out, people were talking about how like shit the graphics were, and the fucking dev got like upset about it and like went through and like redid all the graphics for the entire game. And there's like he made like a video of him being all like, oh, you don't like my graphics? Well, here, look at the new graphics. And it's just like showing before and afters. It's like, okay, dude, this dude said, you don't like my fucking product? I'll fucking make you like my product. And so that's kind of cool. That game had a really hard wall though that I got stuck on. And
it's kind of cool.
I probably could have beaten it, but I just stopped. We can't forget Daniel Simulator called Baby Steps, which is it's the guy who made Getting Over It, which is the guy in the pot with the sledgehammer. That guy made Baby Steps, and it's just QWOP, but it's like only up if only up was QWOP.
Shout out QWOP.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone even knows what QWOP is, but it's like you only control the dude's legs or whatever. Basically it's Death Stranding, actually, now I think about it.
You know, now that you mention it.
Dro. And then there's Karen, which is the mountain climbing game, which looked kind of cool. Not like I'm not like, I probably won't even get it, but like it looked kind of like cool. But that was the game when they showed that at the Sony showcase, everyone was like, oh dude, woke climber simulator. And it was just like, I don't know why anyone is saying this. It's a person climbing a mountain. Like, I don't know. It was one of those things that was like, okay, like
the internet's a weird place.
Yeah, I guess, dude. I was just like, what? I guess that was all the Sony things that looked cool. I wasn't really interested in like that Marvel game because like I don't really care for fighters. The 007 game looked like it could be fine. And
I fucking forgot about 007. Whoops. Yeah, I'm hype about that.
Yeah, I'd like. I mean, I don't know. It's the Hitman guys, and as long as we don't have to buy like 7 different versions of the game or whatever to have the full experience, like that'll be all right. Dying Light looked kind of cool. I mean, I like the Dead Island games. I like Dying Light. They're all kind of like the same like RPG genre. Although I didn't play Dead Island 2, which you played that by yourself, I think, right?
I did, and I actually really enjoyed Dead Island.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that one.
Well, too. If I'm gonna play Dying Light, I'm not playing it by myself. Like we're playing it on stream together or something. Like that's the only way that's gonna happen.
I better get Daniel to play it with you then. I fucking hated one.
Damn.
Oh, I don't really know why.
I think
I feel like I should have.
I think all 3 of us can play it together because I think it's 4-player co-op like Dead Island. Atomic Heart 2 looked really cool. The Cube actually looked really cool. I don't know how
it's made by the people making fucking something.
The Atomic Heart.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
I don't know. They are putting out a lot of games. There was some other game that they were putting out recently, or maybe it was announced. I don't know, but also apparently Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is like one of the most sought after games now that it's been announced, and everyone's saying that it's going to kill Mario Kart.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well,
Really?
because
That's crazy.
it's got Steve from Minecraft, and it's got a character from the Like a Dragon series.
Oh, you mean Jack Black?
Yeah, and it's got Joker from Persona 5. And they also teased like SpongeBob or like leaked SpongeBob. I don't know. And there's some other character that they teased, and it's just like, oh, Hatsune Miku was teased or leaked.
What is this Sonic game called?
Sonic
Racing Crossworlds?
Sonic Racing Crossworlds, yeah. And everyone was saying that it's gonna kill. It's gonna be the next Mario Kart. I don't know. The last Sonic Racing game I played was not great. It was clunky. It didn't feel good to play. I don't know.
Oh, you can get that on Steam. That's kind of crazy.
Then there was infinitesimals. Everyone was saying that wrong, by the way, in the live. They were saying like infinitesimals or something like that, but it's infinitesimals. I don't know how to fucking say it. I just said it right.
Damn,
and I can't say it right anymore. I know, dude. It's a fucking stupid ass word. Infinitesimals. I don't fucking know, dude. Something like that. It's like this literally says in this grounded scale adventure. So we're just basing everything on grounded now. It's just Ark, basically. At least it looked like that, but you're small, you're tiny. You're Hopper from Bug's Life is essentially what the game is.
It's lame as hell.
Yeah, that one looked kind of cool. Arc Raiders, Embark's Arc Raiders looked kind of cool. But I've been following that longer than just Summer Games Fest. None of the Xbox stuff. None of the Xbox stuff really blew me away. They did announce their Xbox Ally, which is like a ROG Ally.
It's literally just a reskinned
ROG
Ally.
Yeah, but
with Xbox buttons.
Well, I think it has more storage or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, but with Xbox buttons, I don't know. Cool.
Yeah, I saw some sites referring to that as a Xbox handheld, and it really isn't. Not really.
I mean, but so the whole thing is the ROG runs Windows, so you can have Xbox and Steam, so that's kind of cool. You can have Epic too, technically. I don't know how many things are on Epic that you could play that aren't also on the other ones.
That's true,
yeah. There wasn't really anything else. The Mudang, I guess, looked kind of cool. Doesn't seem like a more your style. There's the Pokemon game or whatever, Animo or whatever.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I might get a Pokemon game for Switch 2, maybe.
Well, get the new one when the new one comes out, because...
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think that was it. Oh, did you see all the fucking collab characters they announced on Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Oh. Yeah, Bam Margera. That's the only one that matters.
Yeah, well, they just teased during the Xbox thing, they teased Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the Doom guy is also going to be in there.
He was in the original too, apparently.
Was he? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
That's what the internet said. I was too young to remember that. I mean, I definitely played like all the Tony Hawk Pro Skaters, but I think
my first Tony Hawk Pro Skater was Underground 2. I was late to the game. I had played like one of them at an arcade. Like there was an arcade machine where you could play one of them. It was like one or two, but I don't know. Oh, and then Black Ops 7. Now, you know me. I'm very excited for Black Ops 7.
True. This guy's already got it pre-ordered. The Switch 2.
I actually don't. They actually dropped merch today. They're like, hey, we have merch.
Does it have fucking Raul Menendez?
Yeah. It's just his face. It's like a mask. You just put it on your face.
Oh. Imagine.
Yeah, why don't they ever make any cool like merch like that? Why don't like a latex mask or something of like a character from the game? Hello? Get on it. You know what?
True.
We should make merch like that. We're gonna make merch of your noggin.
Dude, what if we did bald caps?
Perfect.
Holy shit, dude.
Do they say something? Like otherwise it's just a bald cap. We're just selling bald caps.
Just bald caps.
Okay. Holy shit. Bald caps with glasses?
Yeah, like fucking like this.
Yeah.
on the Wildcat.
Yeah.
Perfect. Free games this week. So on Epic, which are available until June 12th, you have Deathloop, which they have given away for free, and Ogu and the Secret Forest. And then on Steam, until June 16th, you have Hellslave, which looks weird but interesting. I mean, I added it because, whatever, why not?
It looks like Diablo, but
yes, it does look like Diablo.
different.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the fucking name.
Yeah.
It does. It's like that type of game. And then until today, you could get Borderlands 2, which is getting review bombed because those kids are some ass.
Well,
straight up some ass.
Do you know why it's getting review bombed?
Yeah, because they added some fucking slippery slope shit.
Yeah, so they updated it, so it's free on Steam, right?
Was.
I mean, by the time you see this, it's not, but it was
already
free on
isn't
Steam
already.
Oh, it's not?
I was
okay.
I was going to get it today because I forgot, and it's not available anymore.
Well, okay, so the thing is that when it was free, they had just updated the game right before they made it free to where it needed to access kernel level information about your PC. Which I assume is just like an anti-cheat, but it can also like pull your data like where you are.
PC kids go absolutely fucking bananas for shit like that. Like they fucking hate it.
They really do. Yeah, they really do.
Recent reviews for a game that came out in 2012, it has 8,574, and I don't know. That's in the last 30 days. So 8,500 reviews in 30 days. It got bumped to overwhelmingly negative. In the all-time reviews, which is just like or all reviews, it is still technically sitting at very positive, but that's a big thing on Steam. Usually, like if you go to flip through games, if all reviews are positive to some degree, and then recent reviews are negative to any degree, it's usually a bad sign because it means like, hey, there was probably like a bad update. They stopped updating it altogether. Something crazy like that.
Studio closed down, something. They made some stupid update. They're stealing like information. You found out that they didn't actually have any employees and they're using slave labor to produce their video game.
Exactly. It's all AI.
Yeah. It's an asset
so that's
flipper.
A very bad sign.
Yeah.
I don't like Borderlands anyway, so I don't care. I was just going to add it because it's a free game. Whatever.
Borderlands 2 is considered like the best Borderlands by most people. Personally, I disagree. I think the first one was the best one. And then they progressively got worse from there. First one had like the best, like you had to read the jokes and the stories and stuff, but it had like the funniest humor. And like, I don't know, it had like better characters and
reading's a no for me.
Yeah. If you don't like reading, don't play it.
Oh, fun fact. They updated all their games. So Borderlands 3 also is getting review bombed. Not as hard. Perfect. It only has 3,800 negative reviews, but the reviews are saying the same thing, and it's they updated all of their games terms of service. That's crazy, dude.
Perfect.
Get actually fucked.
Gearbox is like, yo, we could make a quick dollary do by selling people's data on the internet. Let us just update our terms of service. I almost feel like
implode.
So I've never actually read terms of service, but from my basic, very, very minimal understanding of them, I almost feel like since we have to agree to them, that once we agree to it, the company is no longer allowed to change it.
So I agree, or at least they need to reinitiate agreeing to it.
Well, they do, because every time you get an update, you have to agree to the terms again.
You have to re-agree, yeah. I feel like it should be like more. Usually the thing about not agreeing to the terms, though, I feel like it's gonna brick it to some degree. Like you won't be able to access online or something like that.
Most of the time, it just doesn't let you play it at all. You didn't agree, you don't get to play.
Yeah, exactly. And that's so fucking
it's
bullshit.
Like, especially with things that you pay money for, it's like I paid money for this, and now I have to sign your waiver, or you won't let me use what I bought from you. That's why people keep saying the whole piracy isn't stealing if buying isn't owning. Because
kind of agree with, honestly.
I mean, fair, dude. You can't have one extreme and not the other, you know? Like if you
exactly.
If
like,
you're
if
not actually letting people own your product, then they're not actually stealing it because they wouldn't own it anyway.
Yeah, it checks out. Okay, I'm on board.
Go Pirate. I mean, don't do that.
Exactly. Go Pittsburgh Pirates or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hey, fun fact, I don't know if you knew this or not, but did you know all the teams in Pittsburgh are the same colors? All their professional teams, every single one of them?
I knew the Steelers and the Pirates were, at least.
And the Penguins. Yep.
They are also black and yellow. That's true. Is it just them or any other like states and teams?
I think that's the only city that has teams like that.
Or yes, city. That. Interesting. Shout out color coordination.
True.
So that's it for free games. There is a bidding war for the rights of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is kind of funny because I feel like there's been lots of bidding wars for
films lately,
horror related shit going on. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies are like, they're not bad. I've seen at least most of them. So
how many is most of them?
That's fair. There's a lot. I've seen.
What's the bidding war for? The 8th one? The 9th one?
The rights.
21st? Yeah, but just the rights in general?
Yeah.
Well, who held them previously?
So there's 9 movies total.
Holy shit. There's 9?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Verve, they're the company that have had the rights to the franchise since 2017.
Verbo,
and they're
the
also
B&B?
overseeing the bidding. Huh?
Verbo, the Airbnb company.
Those are the ones. So there's a lot of interesting players bidding for it. The most interesting to me,
Disney.
No, Taylor Sheridan. Which is crazy. Yeah, the fucking Yellowstone guy. So I think I know why though. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Yeehaw.
He is bidding to just be the producer of it.
Okay.
Or that is what he would be doing for it, is just producing as opposed to like directing, writing, yada yada yada.
I could get on board
Jordan
with
Peele
that.
and his company Monkey Paw, which makes sense. I feel like he's trying to get his hands in anything horror, which is fair. He's phenomenal at it. I'm fine with that.
I don't know. Get out.
What don't you know?
About,
I mean, good.
Yeah. Anyways, who else?
Fucked idiot.
Keep going.
Longlegs director Oz Perkins, who would produce and co-write with Brian Bertino.
Huh?
And that would be through Neon.
Longlegs cannot be his most recent work.
Oz Perkins, he did The Monkey.
Okay, I was gonna say he's definitely done something more recently.
I think, wasn't it? Wasn't that him?
Oh wait, was that Longlegs film a reboot?
Fuck no. At least I don't think. I don't know. It might have been. Huh? What did he fucking do in Legally Blonde?
Acted, maybe.
Was he the director?
Okay, Longlegs is not the movie I thought it was. That was the one that came out like not too long ago, actually.
All right. So, what did he do? I'm so confused. So I googled Oz Perkins.
Yeah, and Legally Blonde came up.
And Legally Blonde comes up, and you click it, and he's not the director.
He's not a writer.
Maybe he was
either.
the writer. This doesn't list writer on Google. Let me check IMDb. I'm very fucking confused.
All cast and crew. Control F. Oz. He was Dorothy David, played by Oz Perkins.
So he acted in it. That's fucking funny. Anyways, so Oz Perkins. And that's it for the big ones. So not a person, but I think A24 is also throwing their hat in the ring for it.
And they're trying to get their hands on everything, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, most recently fucking Friday the 13th, which I think so they're doing like a prequel show. So they might have it unless they got only just like the rights to that. And then was it yeah, I think Halloween as well. I think the rights just went up for that and they were trying to get that. I don't think they got them though for that. I don't know. I'm sure they probably do. I can't think off the top of my head if they have any slasher films, but A24 does have some really good, like usually like supernatural horror or like
they should
something
they should get Chad Stahelski to do it.
I hate you and everything you stand for.
Why? You don't want to see like you don't want to see like a rave club scene where fucking Leatherface is like tactically reloading his fucking chainsaw.
I mean, I don't know. You're kind of swinging me now. Now I think about it.
He's like running through, mowing all the ravers down, dude.
Taylor Sheridan getting it would be crazy.
Who was the Mad Max guy? What was his name? The director.
Max, you just said it. I don't remember. Are you talking about the new movie?
Yeah.
George Clooney. There you go.
Yeah, George Miller. That's not right, is it? But apparently it is.
Yeah, it's George Miller. That boy old as hell. He's born March 3rd, 1945. That's crazy.
Wait, who did the Furiosa one though? That wasn't also him, was it? Oh, it was. Oh, okay. My bad.
I think was he the original director of like the first movie?
That's a good question.
He was definitely alive. That's for sure.
Yes, he was. He was at least the director of the sequel.
Fury Dome.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just always his. Mel Gibson was in that? I kind of forgot about that, honestly.
That's honestly understandable.
We should watch this. We should watch Party All This.
Dude, do you know why horror movies are so popular?
Because they're funny.
No, because they make a fuck ton of money. So the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a production budget of $140K. And you want to know how much it made in the fucking worldwide box office? It made $26 million.
Damn, I was way off.
That is a fucking insane astronomical amount of money. Sometimes they do flop though.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space
can't I see the production budget of this? What the fuck? So there was a movie called Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation. That one was fugly as hell. That only made 94,000.
Holy shit!
But I can't see the production budget. I don't know what that was.
So I think horror films is like, it's kind of a niche genre, but I think they usually I think they perform well enough within their own like niche. And I think the thing is people who enjoy horror films go see every horror film that comes out.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
Because I know a couple people who are really into horror films, and they're like, every time one comes out, they're like, I gotta go see it. And it's like, it didn't look that good. And they're like, no, I gotta see it. And it's like, okay. I personally,
I really like horror, but
I don't know. I wish they scared me because maybe I would enjoy them more, but I'm just watching them and I'm just like, okay. And then something funny will happen and I'll start laughing and everyone gets mad at me because everyone else is like screaming.
So there's like different kinds, like.
Am I a sociopath?
Probably.
I think I'm just autistic.
Actually, definitely.
Oh!
So there's like a lot that are really campy. So.
True. Like
Friday the 13th.
Darkness.
Yeah, basically. Friday the 13th didn't start off campy, but like by the fucking fourth one, it got really campy.
Would you say The Hills Have Eyes is campy?
No.
Okay.
No, so like specifically like Army of Darkness or Friday the 13th,
Jeepers
it's either
Creepers
7
2.
or 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. that is like the definitive campy. So in
the Chucky
those movies,
films.
yeah, those are pretty campy too. Yeah. So Jason in the Friday the 13th movies, Michael Myers does this in Halloween as well, but he's like he almost seems like he's fucking teleporting
True.
because you'll be running, he'll be behind you, and then all of a sudden somehow he's in front of you, and it's like, what the fuck? Like you were just walking behind me. So dude, Jason Takes in Manhattan is so fucking funny. So he gets to Manhattan. Spoilers from this movie from the fucking 90s. They accidentally transport him via boat from Crystal Lake to Manhattan. And when they're on the boat, he like fucking starts attacking them. And there's a scene where I'm not a fucking sailor, so I don't know what the fuck it's called, but one of the guys starts fucking climbing up some shit, like the mast, I think actually is what it's called. He starts climbing up the mast, and Jason appears at the top of it, and it's like, dog, what the fuck? Like,
how did you get up here?
Yeah, he actually just teleported.
That's why Jason's like scary, dude.
Yeah, exactly. How do you kill someone that can teleport?
You just shoot them. Nobody has a gun in these.
Yeah, I love like pretty much like all the types of horror. So like I love like the campy slashers. I like scary slashers that are not trying to be campy per se. I like shit like Hereditary and Midsummer. Like those are two of my favorite fucking horror movies. But then like I like the Halloween movies. I like all that shit. But if it doesn't sound good or look good, or if it's like not a sequel to a franchise I know I like, I don't necessarily go watch it.
Sharknado.
Never seen it because it looks stupid as fuck. It is campy though.
Yeah, incredibly. Dude, what about the fact that they're redoing Jaws? But it's not Jaws.
I didn't know that. What the fuck?
So it's not Jaws. It's like, so you know they did like the Megalodon movie or whatever, right? Hold on, let me get you the name for this.
They should have called it Fins or something.
Fins, like yeah, dude. It's called.
Call it Jaws with a Z.
I think it's called Dangerous Animals.
What the? Okay, they lost me.
Is that the movie? Hold on.
It has Jay Courtney in it. If it is Dangerous Animals. What the fuck, dude?
Where am I typing?
Nowhere.
Apparently. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah, it is. That's the one. It's like Jaws, but it's Dangerous Animals, dude.
Oh, so it's a little different though. The Google review or Google synopsis says a shark obsessed serial killer holds Zephyr, a rebellious surfer, captive on his boat. Racing against time, she must figure out a way to escape before he carries out a ritualistic feeding to the sharks below.
Okay, well that just like dropped like 2 days ago or something.
Like your fucking pants?
Yeah. Yep.
It's 85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hell yeah, it's got a $1.5 million box office already for being out 2 days. Well, I guess technically it's been out longer than that.
That's crazy.
Released in Cannes. What? Yeah, it released at the Cannes Festival on May 17th, and then it released
at the Raising Cane's Festival.
Yeah, that's the one. Anyways, that was the also, did you say his name Jay Courtney?
That's how I've always thought it was pronounced. Is that not it? Is it Jai?
I don't know. I just thought it was Jai, but maybe it's something like High or something.
Maybe it is Jai. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just work here, dude.
It's Jai for those of you wondering. Anyways, that movie came out and I was like, what the fuck? That was out of nowhere. Like, let's remake Jaws. Now that you read the synopsis, it doesn't sound exactly like Jaws, but when I originally saw like the trailer for it and like the artwork, I was like, okay, it's just Jaws. Okay, cool, dude.
Yeah, that sounds very Jaws-ish. And it's still sort of kind of, I mean, like you're on a boat and there's fucking sharks. So It's Jaws.
It's Jaws.
There's just also serial killer.
Hell yeah, it's Jaws and
dude,
Halloween or Scream or something.
What if it's a hidden Jaws sequel and like you don't find out to the end? So the shark obsessed serial killer, what if it's like a survivor from one of the Jaws movies?
It's like the little boy in the second one or whatever.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Oh boy.
There was a shark movie from the fucking 90s that I have a vague memory of. I don't remember what it's called. It might even be a Jaws sequel. I don't know how many of those they made. Fucking stupid ass cats. So there's a shark movie. I bet I could Google like this description and we could find it, but all I remember is that they're like locked in the kitchen of the boat and the boat's flooding and the shark's in the kitchen.
That
I don't remember what that movie is, but
that might be the second one. Second Jaws.
When did it come out? Because I feel like dude, in my mind, I feel like this was in the 2000s.
Was it? I've seen.
I'm googling shark movie where they are stuck, and it autofills or is trying to autofill to in a grocery store.
Yeah, Sharknado.
I almost want to search that up because
it's just Sharknado.
Okay. In a kitchen and it's flooding. Yeah, I want to see what the fuck.
Maybe
movie
it's
this
Jaws
is.
3.
The movie you're thinking of is likely Deep Blue Sea. That checks out.
Oh, that does check out.
Yeah. Okay. The cook played by LL Cool J. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. That's what it is. It is Deep Blue Sea.
I thought there was a third Jaws, but I'm seeing Jaws, Jaws the Revenge, Jaws 3D, Jaws, Cruel Jaws, sorry. And then there's like the Meg, and then Megalodon. There's Orca. Holy shit, dude. Is this like a genre of movies people want to watch? Meg 2, The Trench, Five-Headed Shark Attack, Jaws Returns.
Jaws 3D is technically Jaws 3.
Ozark Sharks. I mean, it might be. The Reef Stalked, The Shallows, 47 Meters Down, Uncaged, Great White, Jaws: The Inside Story. Okay, that's like a behind the scenes, like how we made the movie. Six-Headed Shark Attack.
What the fuck, dude?
Brother,
don't forget about Moose Jaws, which came out in 2025.
Oh my god, dude. I didn't realize that was like a genre of film people were into, but go off, I guess.
I just had a merch idea. So you know how there's like that fucking meme shirt where it's like paws and it's a cat floating up?
Yeah.
I don't know how we'd make it work. Like it'd have to be like balds or something like that, but we just recreate the fucking Jaws poster and it's fucking my head.
Yeah, eating someone, right?
Yes, exactly.
Hold on.
They're like coming up to eat someone, yeah.
Coming up to eat a tiger bomb or something, right?
Yeah. Dude, Jaws 3D, that's so funny. I didn't know they were doing 3D movies in the 80s. That's kind of crazy. A giant 35-foot shark becomes trapped in a SeaWorld theme park?
Huh?
How the fuck? That's the synopsis for Jaws 3D.
Hell yeah.
How does the shark come to be trapped in SeaWorld?
I don't know. For those not understanding what he was talking about, by the way, this is on screen what he's talking about, but instead of a shark, it would be his dome, I guess. We could do it.
We could probably pretty easily too.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be available when this episode goes live. Probably not, because I'm not.
I doubt that.
Of it. Yeah.
This dude's being ambitious as fuck.
And it would say balds. I think pause works because it's still 3 letters. So like.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, it sounds like a good idea, but I mean, it could just say bald.
It could just say bald.
Pause and Jaws just worked because you're just changing one letter.
Yeah. It could just say bald.
But we could force it to work.
And
dude,
it's just.
Do you see the vision? I think it sounds sick.
Yeah, I saw the vision. I just don't know if I've got the material to make it.
No, you 100% do. Dude, we could literally just take Holy shit. Yeah, dude, I'm firing you for making merch. I'm just gonna fucking make all my merch through AI.
Jesus.
Get fucked,
You
pussy.
can't. Hey, AI cannot make the mediocre dog shit that I produce. All right. And I'm just going to throw that out there right now. AI is incapable of doing what I
I'd
do.
probably try for like fucking 2 hours and then give up and be like, Rock, just make this for me, please.
Exactly. And then I'd try for like 10 minutes and fucking give up. And then that's what you get.
So, dude, so I think it'd be really easy because we could just completely take like that original poster and then just fucking put me on top of the shark, color me blue, and just literally like imagine like it's just me, like it's like this. It's like me from like the nose up.
Yeah, it's the GIF I made or whatever of you coming up.
Literally, yeah. Yeah, essentially. Yep.
There's some weird lighting on that picture. Actually, it wouldn't work.
On that particular one, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Shout out Jaws. Dude, so I literally just finished watching the new Predator movie, Killer of Killers.
Okay. Is that the sequel to which one?
It's not really a sequel per se.
Okay.
It is the same director that did Prey.
Okay, I knew that.
But yeah, it's like a standalone animated film.
Oh, it's animated. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
So I thought it was gonna be like a anthology miniseries, but it is a movie. It's an hour and a half long.
Okay.
And it takes place over technically 4 time periods, which is really cool. So
That's kind of cool.
Different predators attacking different warriors in different time periods, which is really cool.
Attack the ninjas, attack the pirates, attack the what is the one that people always do? Ninjas, pirates, and what? Knights, maybe?
You're really close. So Ninja, Viking, and
Viking.
World War II fighter pilot.
Perfect.
There's 2, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's 2 really fucking cool references. In the movie. Damn.
I mean, that's like the only reference they're gonna make, right?
That is one of them.
They run into Arnold.
Oh, dude, that would have been a fucking sick one, but no.
He's just like, get on the chopper.
Yeah, get back to the chopper.
Come with me if you want to live.
Really solid. So I was a little worried about it being animated because sometimes animation can make it hit or miss.
True.
For some things, for me at least. I know some people are like very interchangeable with that, but anime for me can be really hit or miss. Like I was worried about the DMC show, and that ended up being fucking really badass. I really liked the DMC anime that was on Netflix, but 97% on tomato meter, 90% on popcorn meter. So review wise, it's doing really good too. My only complaint, I wish either they would have done an anthology thing and made like each segment an hour, because I think it's probably about 20 minutes because it's an hour and a half. There's 4 time periods. So like each segment is like 20 minutes or so.
Sure.
I think each segment definitely could have benefited from being an hour a piece, but it's still not bad. I don't know where I'd rank it. Prey's the first Predator and Prey are my 2 favorites.
Okay.
I guess I'd probably throw this behind Prey.
I can't even think of what Predator 2 was about.
It has Danny Glover.
Does it?
It's in New York or somewhere.
Oh, okay,
it's
yeah.
the city. Yeah.
What about 3? Is 3 in the jungle again?
Yeah. 3, I think technically is Predators.
Yeah, Predators.
Yeah, and that's like a futuristic jungle.
Oh yeah,
and Predators was not bad.
I forgot that.
I like Predators.
I forgot that Adrian Brody and Topher Grace were in that film.
Dude, yeah. And don't forget about fucking Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, and Walton Goggins.
Oh shit, he is.
Yeah. So is Danny Trejo, actually. He dies,
I
of
knew
course.
Danny Trejo was. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Is Walton Goggins just like one of the fucking people, like one of the survivors or whatever?
No, he's the
He's the
orange
inmate.
jumpsuit.
Holy
Inmate. I
shit,
couldn't
dude,
think
I
of.
forgot
I was
about
like
that.
the orange guy. What the fuck is that called? Yeah, he's the inmate.
Honestly, I mean, all of the Predator movies. So Predator 2 was like a little funky. I've liked all the Predator movies except for The Predator, which is really unfortunate because Shane Black was the director of that, and Shane Black was one of the actors in the first Predator movie. So I feel like it had such a good potential. Alien versus Predator is really shitty.
That's not a Predator movie.
No, it's not.
That's like we listen to the fans sort of shit or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I am looking forward to what's the other new Predator movie coming out? Badlands. I'm looking forward to Badlands. And they're going to end up looping that back into being somehow connected to Alien. In the trailer, there is a Wayland Yutani android.
Oh.
So that could be kind of cool. But Dan Trachtenberg is going to be the director. So the director of Prey and Predator Killer of Killers. He's going to be the director of this. So as long as it's as good as Prey, I will be satisfied. Prey was fucking cool.
You know what was a good this is kind of off topic, but I was just thinking as Topher Grace, who was in Predators, he had another good film that came out like a year after that called The Double, and it's him and Richard Gere of all people. Richard Gere being like a rom-com sort of guy, and it's like an action movie.
Weird flex. Is it called The Double?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
A Jesse Eisenberg movie came out, but Richard Gere's not even in that.
Yeah, The Double. Oh, so I'm looking at IMDb and it says one of them came out in 2013, and it has a picture of the Richard Gere one, and then next to it is the Double 2013, and it's got a picture of Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh yeah, okay. I see the 2011 one.
Yeah, no, it's the 2011 or whatever.
Oh, I think I've actually seen this.
Have you?
I think
it's well, I don't want to spoil too much, but the plot is basically that Richard Gere is a assassin who's retired and trying to live his life out, and Topher Grace's character is trying to capture him or whatever.
Is Richard the Winter Soldier?
Basically, he's got a wristwatch, right? And when you pull, there's like a fucking piano wire or something in there that he pulls out, and he slits people's throats with it.
Damn.
Yeah, like a garrote or something, because it's already on his wrist. He just grabs the other end and just it leaves
badass.
Leaves like a smile on their neck. That's how they know like that's his MO or whatever. Because there's
that's
like
his trademark.
Yeah, it leaves a little cut.
I have a like slight fucking not slight, sorry, this is a fucking huge topic change question.
Oh.
So did you like in the newer 007 movies, did you like how they like kind of strayed away from like gadgets and shit like that, and it was more
it was more
like action-y, I guess, or like more like thrillery, like less...
So they it's hard to say because like there were technically gadgets, they just weren't so gadgety.
Were there? Because I actually can't really fucking think of any gadgets.
Yeah, so even in the first one in Casino Royale's the first one, right?
Yeah, that's the one I've seen the least.
So even in that one, he's got his Walther has like a scanner, so when he holds it right here in his hand, it's like a biometric and it will only fire for him. It has that property, but I don't think they ever do anything with it. It's like no one ever like picks his gun up and tries to shoot him with it, and it doesn't work. Not that I can remember anyway. Which like it's kind of one of those things that like they put the detail in there, but like they didn't use it.
That's fucking weird.
At some point, I think in Skyfall there's some more gadgetry going on. But yeah, they really strayed away from like the machine guns in the cars, and like I almost feel like
there's the portable defib.
True, he does have that in his car or whatever. I don't know. They do like
Walter
little
PPK. Oh, that was in Skyfall.
It was in Skyfall?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in Casino Royale.
Not according to Screen Rant.
Oh, and then it's been a while since I've seen any of them. So what was the second one called? That was Quantum of Solace. That one was ass.
Yeah.
Like that's just a bad film, and I don't really remember anything about it, if I'm being honest. Maybe you're right.
So he didn't have a lot of gadgets, but he at least had more gadgets than I recalled.
Yeah.
So there is the exploding watch inspector, which I forgot about. And there's an EMP wristwatch in No Time to Die.
I haven't seen that one.
Slammed. Spoilers. Sorry.
I almost feel like Black Panther had more 007-esque gadgets in it.
It 100% did.
And they should have had gadgets like that, because if Black Panther can do it, James Bond can definitely do it.
Yeah, they just strayed away in those movies for whatever reason. I'm kind of curious as to why. I guess they were trying to make it more grounded in realism.
Yeah, but they could have given him like a drone, or I don't know, like a little drone, or like what
Pierce
happened?
Brosnan's got fucking really crazy
with his fucking car machine guns and fucking
yeah.
There were some other things,
laser, like a watch laser
that he would like cut,
at least in like one of the games.
No, I think it was in the film too, because he was like they like tied his hands behind his back or something, and he like cut his way out with that or something. I think that was that anyway. Might have been some other film, who knows. Even Mission Impossible has more gadgets, I think. Dude, have you watched the first Mission Impossible recently? Or ever?
No, I'm waiting for a box set in 4K.
Have you watched it ever?
No, I don't think I've seen like pretty much any of them.
Well, so there's this scene. I don't know if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna ruin it, but just you'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'll see a scene. Got it.
Yep. Well, after you watch them, I'll tell you what I was talking about, if I remember, or if you remember. I don't know. I guess there weren't really any gadgets. The game teased some gadgets.
Yes. So yeah, that's a good point. The game does tease gadgets. Like in just the fucking little bit of like gameplay they showed, there's more gadgets than fucking Daniel Craig used. I'm pretty sure.
I wonder why they strayed away from gadgets. I mean, the grounded thing really makes sense. Like it makes it more
that's
like
what I'm
realistic.
Assuming, yeah.
But I mean, I almost feel like maybe it was like Austin Powers like made fun of James Bond, and then they're like, okay, maybe the gadgets are a little ridiculous. But I feel like gadgets were like a super popular thing, especially for like British, like at the time, because there's like James Bond, there's Inspector Gadget, whose whole thing was he was like a bionicle man dude or whatever.
Yeah.
The Pink Panther didn't the Inspector have some gadgets in that too?
Yeah, not to mention the Inspector gadget.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's what Google says, primarily due to a shift in focus and a desire to ground the movies in realism. Instead of relying heavily on extravagant devices, Craig's Bond often relies on his skill, training, and tactical intelligence.
There's some gadgets in Skyfall, I think. I would call some of the things that are in the movies too gadgets, even though maybe they're not gadgets, like they're not like electronic, like super technology or whatever.
I can literally list off all of his gadgets, and it's only like 5. The portable defib in Casino Royale,
No,
a
no,
Sony Ericsson
I
C902.
no, like I get that, but I'm saying like there's some things that I would say I would call them gadgets, but they're probably not on the list.
Give me an example.
I would have to think about it, but there's definitely some instances. There's let me see. We might have to just end it and then I'll do this afterwards.
Okay.
Well, so like this, for instance, is it 006? Whoever Javier Bardem is in Skyfall.
Yeah.
Would you not call like his, I don't know, like it's not a gadget, but I'd still say like a cyanide pill in his mouth or whatever is like a spy thing. So like I know gadget has like the tech connotation to it of like being technology or whatever, but I also feel like anything spy related I would put under the gadget like category also.
I guess that's kind of fair. However, that is a little arguable. Only reason I say that is because it's not James Bond using it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think he had one also. He just wasn't using it or didn't use it. Because I think all of the MI6 guys had that. There was I don't know. I'm gonna have to fucking think of it. I might even have to watch the movies again and let you know. Because I might even be thinking of something else. Also, was Daniel Craig in Cowboys vs. Aliens?
Maybe.
I think that was him.
Would you prefer that he be in it?
Yeah, well, he has like he's got like a wrist monocle thing that he can like shoot with and that.
I don't know. Yeah, he was in Cowboys and Aliens. I don't know if I saw that movie.
Was his Omega watch not like a gadget of some sort?
I mentioned I listed that.
The which one?
That's like one of the fucking 5. It's
in
excluding
Skyfall?
Omega Watch and Spectre.
Well, doesn't he have like a fancy watch in Skyfall?
He has a fancy watch in No Time to Die, which you said you didn't watch.
I didn't watch that.
He has the radio transmitter in Skyfall, and then the Walther PPK with palm printer scanner.
I don't know. You can buy that Omega watch. That's kind of sick.
That is kind of fucking sick. Should we buy it?
No.
Does it explode?
No. I mean, if you put some
Christoph Waltz being Inspector was the best part. I fucking love him as an actor.
Do you even know? Yeah, you don't even know. I'll send it to you. I knew who Christoph Waltz was before Django came out, and he was doing some funny ass shit. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like an SNL-esque skit where he's like humping a lamp.
What the fuck?
It was on MTV. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, he only has five movies coming up.
That's a lot.
5 projects.
But yeah, he might have also been on SNL at some point. Oh no. So I said before Django, but actually I meant before Inglourious Bastards because that one came out first, right?
It did, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what I meant.
Is this him singing?
Yeah.
Or more so throat yodeling?
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, are we gonna call it here, you think?
Yeah. Episode 11 of Between a Rock and a Bald Spot.
This is rock. That's a bald spot.
No, it's not. Reverse.
Yeah, Uno reverse.